Hey yo, tabletop sports gaming friends. This is Bob Hansen, and I'm coming to you with a review tonight. This is a real short video. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to review the Racing Pioneer set, Stock Car Racing Pioneer set by Plaay Games. It's for the red, white, and blue racing game. So let's take a look at this. All right, so here's the cards out here. You'll notice this is not the game mat that comes with Red, White, and Blue Racing. This is a custom game mat. The graphics and everything on it are designed by Al Wilson, and I put a link into the doobly-doo here, which will kind of tell you how you get your own image like this. He has several other images other than this one. He also has ones for the cars that are going to be on this track today, because the cars that are on this game mat are the modern cars, but these are the cars from the 50s and the 60s that raced like on the beach at Daytona Beach. So this is a really cool set. This is something that was released in about 3 to 6 months ago from Plaay Games. It was put together with the help of a NASCAR historian, and his name is Jerry Minks out of Mountain City, Tennessee. He helped put this together with Keith Avalon. They got the set put together, and this is a really cool look back at the history of stock car racing. So the neat thing about this is not only are you going to get the cards with it, and these cars are really neat. Let's take a look at this one here. This is 92. If you go back here real quick to the opening image here, and you can see the 92 Hudson Hornet right there. And here's the card for it. That's Herb Thomas. How cool is that? So that's his car right there, Herb Thomas. And I'm trying to get this to, it's trying to, it's kind of trying to focus there, but it's okay. Anyways. So there was that one, and then there was the number 6 also, which was Marshall Teague's car. That was also in that picture, and here's his Hudson Hornet as well. And there's all sorts of other cool cars in here, like Nash's, and there's some, just the normal Fords and Plymouths and what have you, but some other interesting ones like Oldsmobiles and Chevys, and what else we got in here? And there's a lot of Hudsons in here, so that was a pretty popular car out on the beach races. So speaking of the beach races, I started a beach race, and this is a 20-lap event. I'm about halfway through it right now, and so I'll probably share the last 10 laps with you, and you guys can see who wins this race. This is part of my Labor Day sports gaming spectacular that I'm doing. I'm doing like a full weekend. I took tomorrow off, and so actually I started a little bit early. I started today with this, and I'm playing a bunch of Plaay games, and I'm going to record some videos and share some of this with you. And this is the first of these videos, sharing stuff with you. Here's the track that we're racing on here. This is the Daytona Beach and road course. So this is actually a road course. It's a huge one. I think it said something like 4 miles in length. Oh, 4.15 miles in length. It's a huge course, all along the beach and then up onto the roads and what have you. And so, as you can see, there's, even looking at this card, you can see some different things on here that you wouldn't normally see on one of the normal cards that you would see for a regular racing. So along with these cards comes a couple sheets of rules, and here's just one of them. I'm not going to show you all of these. They have special rules for 100-mile events, which are on dirt tracks, like short dirt tracks. I think those were included with one of the 1970s sets as well. So that's nothing that's new. What is new is they give you this whole sheet, two-sided, come with all sorts of cool rules. One of the things that they're trying to do with is simulate, number one, that there were more problems with the cars. The cars mechanically broke down before the end of the race. Unfortunately, in my race, this doesn't seem to be the case. These 3 cars here are the only 3 that are out. However, I didn't have 43 cars start the race either. I had a shortage of cars actually starting. I started with 38 cars. But in 10 laps, I'm not getting rid of a lot of people. Then again, I didn't have a shortage of opportunity. They all just got lucky and made their repair rolls. So they're still in the race. They're just at the back of the race right now. Duels are more prevalent, and the way that duels work is that they're mandatory in this one. So you don't have a choice. You have to duel. But there's one exception. To add to kind of the whole mystique of the era and the kind of the flavor of the era, we have this Herman Beam guy, right? At the bottom of his card it says does not duel. He cannot be targeted and he cannot duel. They called him the Turtle, I guess, and his goal in races was just to make it to the end of the race. That was all he did. And he's got an A rating for a pit crew rating, which is pretty cool. So that's going to help him survive. He's got an 11 escape rating, so yeah, not much is going to take Herman out, and he'll probably survive till the end of this race. And so he got points during the race season just by being able to finish every race, and did pretty well doing that, in fact. And that's in contrast to Junior Johnson, who's another driver here. This is a really interesting one. Junior Johnson, you see that little red dual thing on there. So every time a skill check comes up, he doesn't actually have the skill quality. All it means is anytime that skill quality comes up, he has to duel somebody. So Junior Johnson was kind of an all or nothing driver. And he either finished races or he didn't. 50-50. Half the time he would win races, the other half the time he'd end up inside the road and fixing his car. So up till just recently, the ninth lap, we had only 2 cars out, but the ninth lap there was a minor trouble up front. And again, escape rolls, everybody's making them. So guess what? Only 1 car is out from that whole incident. And so we're coming off a 1-lap yellow flag, and then we're going to be starting up again here in the 11th turn of this race. All right, so anything interesting else here? Oh, the other thing is that it comes with its own TV interviews, TV list, TV results. So all of the TV stuff, because these races normally weren't televised, they have different charts for those. So they replace the ones that come with your game. So this really is a complete package, because you get not only the drivers, but you get special rules to go with them. And so if you do any fictional sets that take place in this time period, you got a set of rules on how to do that. And I don't know, a lot of people have been talking, what would be really cool is because there's a lot of guys out there that do Scram Series. People love Scram Series. I love Scram Series. I just started this year with the 2018 set. I ran a complete season with 2018. Had a blast with it, and I'm like kicking myself that I haven't done it. I'm actually thinking about going back, buying more of those cards, and then racing the previous seasons to get some history. But people were saying, it would be a really cool idea if we could have a Pioneer set for the Scram. I think that would be really neat. And following these same rules, it'd just be really nice. So anyways, like I said, we're coming into the 11th turn. So let's finish this up. This shouldn't take all that long. This is a pretty quick race here. So the next one, oh, here we go. It's going to be, and nobody can see my die rolls here. I'm rolling over here. So we got a 2, which is going to be the top group. It's going to be problem, and then we get another problem because there's doubles here. So we get double problems. All right, so let's roll and find out what the problems are. We may get rid of 2 drivers here. This is cool. All right, so I'm going to roll up the drivers first. I'll use the driver finder. All right, so the first one's going to be 1. We'll just mark them off like this. And then the next one is 4. Okay. So the first one is going to be Tim Flock. Now normally you would probably roll one of these, resolve everything, and then do everything. I'm just going to do both problems at once and then resolve everything this way. It's just going to be a little bit easier. One of the things with this game is people start developing their own house rules. I'm no exception to that. I have some house rules. I'm not even using half of my house rules in this version. I tried to follow the rules as much as possible. But anyway, so the first problem for this car here is cut tire causes wreck while in trouble, repair charge. So we're gonna have to roll for that. So we're gonna have another yellow flag already. So we already know that the 12th lap is going to be another yellow flag. And then we'll roll for the other guy. 55. Odd problem. Pit crew A or B. No, he's a D, so gold trophy but D pit crew. So 15. Driver error to end of bottom group. So he got lucky. He's still in the race. The Hudson Hornet. This guy here, he needs to roll for his repair. Now he is in the let's see here, I'm going to pull these guys off here so I got my chart here. He is in the we're in the middle of third of the race. Like I said, he's a D, so he needs a 6, which he gets. Alright, so he will also go to the back. Alright, so we're going to start filling these in, and because it's the yellow flag we could just fill them in and not have to roll. Alright, so we tried to get rid of, see, now this is what's been happening in this, is that we've been trying to get rid of people. We have not had a shortage of the problem results, it's just that they're getting away with it. So we get this, which is just basically a lot of moving cards around and people going to the back. So, yeah. Now the good news, if there is some good news, because I've been kind of semi-rooting for the turtle, and the turtle kind of started back because, well, he's the turtle. He didn't qualify very well. He's like a bronze qualifying trophy there. But the turtle's up in the middle group now, so this is cool. We'll see if he moves up anymore. Alright, so that is that. We had our next pit stop, and we get going for lap number 13. Yes, 13. Alright. When that one just rolled off the camera, I can see that. Alright, so it's an 11. That's going to be trouble in the bottom groove. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're going to have some fun here. Okay. So we will start, and the way I usually do trouble, let me just hang on a second here. Let me grab a different colored chips for these, and then I just mark the cars to note that they're going to be making a repair roll. So here we go. Oh, right off the bat, Escape 9 does not jive with an 11. That one makes it. That one makes it. That one makes it. That one misses it. Alright. That one definitely. Wow, an 11 and he missed it. Oh, that was Jim Paschal. Teague makes it. 7. That makes it 9. Oh, that one is a failure. Clyde Minter. 11. Another 11. A 9. Just barely makes it. An 11. A 7. 7 failed. And now Herb Thomas, who just went to the back, he's okay. And a 10. So the green chips are the ones that are going to need to make the repair roll. We are definitely going to have at least 2 turns. So that's going to take us to lap 15. 16. So 16 will be the start of the next one. We have a lot of cautions in this race. Just nobody going out. We're going to find out now if that changes. We are, let's see, 1/3. We're still in the middle third, technically. So we have an E. He's a 5. He stays. Okay. All right. We have another E. And he is out. All right. And we have Paschal. He is a D. Needs a 6. Gone. There we go. Okay, and then we have Mentor. He's an E as well. Gone. And we have an E up there, number 7. He stays. Okay. So the end result is we get rid of the 38 car, the 41 car, and the 24 car. 38, 41, 24. That's Durig, or Duhig. Paschal, and Mentor. All right, so we gotta get these guys lined back up again for the next start. So we've actually had more crashes than anything else in this race. Not really the problems. So, all right, and it's kind of weird because this isn't really a crash-worthy track, to be honest. But anyways, we continue on. Lap 16. Bottom group, it's going to be smart and then a problem. All right. So we are going to start over here, smart. Get number 4, even. Okay. It's going to be Joe Eubanks. And it looks like he's going to defend this. No, maybe not. He doesn't have smart and he doesn't have anything to defend. And a 2 definitely would be, yep, that would be good enough. So he will move back here. All right, next one is going to be 2 checks for Tim Flock. Yeah, Tim Flock. His first check is going to be on number 1, odd, which it looks like it's going to be defended. Yes. Okay. Second check. It's going to be on number 5, odd, Fireball Roberts. But, well, yeah, looks like he makes that one. So that one is good. So Fireball Roberts, off to the back you go. All right. Herb Thomas doesn't need to check. Okay, it's Bill Blair. And here is one who could possibly go out if he fails this check, because he has the blue triangle. So there's a special rule on blue triangles, which will cover if this happens. It didn't. Looking at number 3, odd, which is going to be Marvin Panch. He has smart. He has 1, and he defends the 2, so he stays where he's at. Brings up Marshall Teague. All right, Marshall Teague gets 2 checks. Going to go up number 6, even. Herman Bean. He makes that part of the check, and definitely, yep, that's going to be 1. And then he gets a second check. So So he is now going to check to somebody in the top group, making the run here. Number 3. Number 3 does not have smart. He has 1 defense, essentially, so he is going to get passed by Marshall Teague. And he moves all the way up to number 3, all the way from the bottom group in 1 turn. That's nice. Okay, last we have Johnny Allen. Number 6. Number 6 even. And 6 even doesn't have any defense, but yeah, I think yeah, that's a pass. As crazy and silly as it is. All right, so now we have one other thing to do. We have to roll a problem there. So we're going to roll the group finder. 61, it's likely not going to be anybody on this. That person's gone, so we don't have to worry about that. That was number 19. And counting this is going to be senseless at this point. All right, so we are at lap number, we actually are at a pit stop at 17. So here's the pit stop. All right, 2s and 5s are going to flip. And actually, house rules here, I'm going to let these guys defend that. That's not going to happen. And then 2 and 5 here. He just goes up. And all right, now we're going to do this group for checks for chips. So they can make a late run here. Fast pit is a 4. Fast pit is a 4. Fast pit is a 9. Fast pit is a 7. No. 3. 4. 8. 6. 8. No. A 5. Got it. A 5. Nope. And a 6. Doesn't get a second one. Okay. So all the chips have been distributed, and we're just going to start moving cars here. So oops, sorry. No. I think Sarah was here. Yep. Okay, and then over here, same thing with these 3. Then we're going to check somebody for the top group to challenge. It's going to be number 4. And he will take the lead. So it's now 46 Smith. 47 Smith, sorry. That's in lap 17. So Rathman had the longest lead. Rathman had the longest lead of this so far, and I don't think he'll be disputed at that point, even if Smith wins this race outright from this point. So, okay, we go to lap number 18. We have actual racing going on here. Oh, going to be number 4 cars in middle group. So the way I've been doing this, well, yeah, so Jim Reed's first. He's going to try Tiny Lund because the other guys have chips. And he's going to fail, so he's going to make an escape roll. He's good. And he'll do the same. 5. Nope, he misses 2. He needs an 8. Oh, he doesn't get it. He wipes out. Repair roll. Trouble at final with a D. He is out. So number 14, McGriff, is out. And this would cause another feud, but I'm not going to record it because I'm not going to be doing another race. This is just a one-off I'm doing here for this weekend. I bought this set completely for one-offs, and nothing else. I'm not doing a full season of it or anything like that. It's something I need to do more of because all my stuff I have right now is projects. So anybody doesn't know the projects I'm working on right now, I have a fictional baseball league which I'm working on, which is the Great Lakes Baseball Association, using the History Maker Baseball fictional set, Baseball America set 2018. I'm also working on a Roller Rumble league called Roller Rumble Royale. It's an all-girls league, fictional league that I created, and then I'm running a golf tournament, or golf tour, which is the Plaay Golfers Association, the PGA. Unfortunately, it's a fictional one, though. I'm using the fictional cards from Plaay.com for History Maker Golf. And those cards, I added some Plaay gamers into the set, including myself, and that's going pretty well. That'll actually be running this week. I'm running 2 events this weekend, including the first major of the season, which is the Masters. And so there'll be some stuff on video here for the Masters, which is going to be pretty cool. And then the other thing I'm going to be starting up in October, at the beginning of October, is the Great Lakes Hockey League attempt 2 for the 2018-2019 season, using the 2018 World Hockey League fictional set from Plaay Games for Hockey Blast. And that will be another 12-team league, and I'll be running a full season through for one team, and then quick playing the other ones. I actually created a quick play chart, so in October, probably a little bit earlier in October, you'll start seeing some stuff for that. I probably will do a nice little tutorial video shortly after the new rules for Hockey Blast come out. There's a rule update that's being worked on right now to bring Hockey Blast to a new version. So we are now 2 laps here from the finish, or 2 turns from the finish. Here we go. Enough jabbering for me, right? Yeah, shut the guy up. There's going to be trouble in the top group. And it's going to be number 6. It's going to be the one of the guys that does not have a chip right now, and he's going to have to roll on the trouble chart pretty late in the race. 16. Yeah, this is off camera. Cut tire, undercarriage, roll for repair. His repair roll is a C, so he needs a 2, and he doesn't get it, so he's out. So yes, we got another one out, 87, Baker, and ooh, what fun. We get to move everybody in the freaking race again. This guy has to roll. He makes it no problem. Doesn't have to use a chip to move up, essentially. That was the great Junior Johnson, actually. Okay. Bill Rexford. Herman Beam's moving back up again, folks. Mr. Slow and Steady. Not enough attrition in this race, even though now we've just gotten rid of 8 cars. That's okay. All right, so we got one more. That's it. This is it. Will Jack Smith win this race? Oh, interesting. That's going to be a 4. It's going to be number 4 car in top group. I'm going to let him challenge for the lead. But for this one now, this is a full-out roll, but it's just for the lead. So Dick Grathman trying to take back the lead to win this race. He has 5 pedals. He's going up against 4, or he's going up against 1, 2, 3. So a 4, 5, or 6 on the blue die. will mean success as long as he makes his roll. Oh, and he does make the pass, and that is it. So Dick Rathman in the 120 car will win this race in the last lap. That is a final, folks, from Daytona. Dick Ratham. And we had Lee Petty in second, which is pretty cool. Eddie Pagan, Rex White, Jack Smith, Marshall Teague. Remember, he was in the initial graphic there at the beginning of the show. Junior Johnson, very famous racer there. Curtis Turner, Gober Sosby, Marvin Ponch, Tim Flock, Tiny Lund, Jim Reed, David Terrell, and Sarah Christian. That's the top 15 for you. And this is a final. So the first event of the Labor Day Sports Gaming Spectacular is complete. And we have a winner, and we have our first video of the event. So one last thing, if you like this video, please drop a like down there at the bottom there. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you want to know when I'm putting out new videos, hit the notification bell. Take a look in the doobly-doo. I've got a bunch of links in there for all this stuff. I got a link for the Red, White, and Blue racing game itself on Plaay.com. I have a link there for more ordering information for this Pioneer set, along with some other information about it. It's a nice little description page, and then there's a link in there to order it. And then I also included a link for the image file that Al Wilson created for this board and for other boards. So basically it's a link to all of the boards he's done for Red, White, and Blue racing. And then I dropped the link in there also for the for Inked Gaming for their custom mats, right to their custom mat page. And so you can create the mat using Al Wilson's files right there. So that's it for this video, and we'll be probably doing some more videos this weekend with other games. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great night.